Hey everybody, it's Todd from EstateNet again, and today I wanted to talk to you about the top 10 selling books that have recently sold online, and I'm talking about eBay. If you'd like the complete top 10, you can go to my website, estatenet.ca, and follow the link in the upper right-hand corner for my blog. But today I wanted to talk about the top 5 selling books. Sorry, I had to grab my paper here. The number 5 is A Medieval Book of Hours, and this is a religious themed book dated 1470, believe it or not, and it sold for almost $18,000. That's only number 5. I found that really surprising because I would imagine if I found that book in a house when I was working, it would be worth a lot of money. I mean, it is, but it's only number 5. Number 4 I found really interesting, and it's the complete set of National Geographics. The key word here is complete. National Geographic began publishing in 1888. Their first edition, they only had 176 subscribers, so it's an extremely scarce edition to find. And in fact, the first 8 years are called the Red Book publications, and they are the most valuable, and they go for thousands and thousands of dollars. So the value is really in those first 6 years. So by 1896, those editions are only worth a few dollars each. What I found so interesting is that we all know National Geographic. We probably all have National Geographics in our home, and I always get asked by clients, are my National Geographic magazines worth anything? And generally they're not. But here they sold for $20,000 for a complete set because of all the early publications. Number 3 is The Holy Grail of Playboy magazine, edition number 1 with Marilyn Monroe on the cover, and it sold for almost $40,000. Sex sells, let's face it, you could just ask Hugh Hefner in the Playboy Mansion. And of course, number 1 sex symbol of all time, Marilyn Monroe, anything with her was going to sell, so no big surprise there. Number 2 is an antique golf pamphlet. I don't know if this surprises people. It kind of doesn't surprise me so much. I mean, the fact that it sold for $50,000 is a surprise, but it was dated 1759, and it basically, I mean, what I find is sports memorabilia and also rich men's hobbies, which translate into rich men's collectibles, which translates into lots of money. I'm thinking like horses, sailing, golf, this type of thing. So that was number 2. Number 1, drum roll please, is, of all things, a Spiderman comic book, number 15. Must be extremely rare. Get this, it sold for $107,000 on eBay. Incredible. This was a couple of years ago. Now, I mean, I know that comic book collectors are crazy for their field, but this just blows me away. And it wasn't even the first one. It was number 15, which for some reason must be an extremely rare one. But there you go, the top 5 books that have sold online in the last few years. I hope you find that interesting. I have a couple of shocks on there. Have a great day. Thanks a lot.